Hello students, today we can go through the chapter rocks once again. Some more points are included. Earth's lithosphere that comprises different types of rocks. Rocks refers to all hard and soft substances which is derived from the earth. Earth's crust is made up of various types of rocks that differ from one another in texture, structure, color, permeability, and mode of occurrence. Rocks are made up of minerals. The most abundant mineral elements of the earth as a whole are iron, silicon, magnesium, nickel, sulfur, and calcium. On the Earth's crust, it contains more of silicon and aluminium. What are the differences between rocks and minerals? Rocks are aggregates of mineral elements. On the other hand, minerals are solid inorganic substances occurring naturally. A rock has no definite chemical composition. Minerals have a definite chemical composition. Minerals are organized to form rocks. On the other hand, elements are organized to form compounds which are known as minerals. An element is a pure substance. In rocks, there will be many elements and many impurities. On the basis of their origin, rocks are classified into three. The first type of rocks is igneous rocks. Igneous rocks were formed due to cooling, solidification, and crystallization of hot molten magma. These volcanic rocks or the igneous rocks are generally called as sialic rocks. They are the first type of rocks formed on the earth, so they are named as primary rocks. They form the basis of formation of other types of rocks. Characteristics of igneous rocks are they are hard and compact. They are formed by solidification of molten magma. They are granular and crystalline. These rocks are less affected by chemical weathering because due to their hard nature, water will not percolate in these rocks. They do not occur in layers. They are associated with volcanic activity and are found in volcanic regions. Based on their origin, igneous rocks are classified into two types, extrusive igneous rocks and intrusive igneous rocks. Extrusive igneous rocks, as their name mention, they are formed by cooling of molten magma on the Earth's surface. Due to fast cooling, because of the contact with the atmosphere, they have small crystals. Intrusive igneous rocks are formed below the Earth's surface. Magma solidifies within the Earth's crust and the cooling process is very slow. Because of that, they are forming coarse textured hard rocks with large crystals. Intrusive igneous rocks leads to the formation of different landforms like batholiths, laccoliths, sills, dikes, necks, etc. These are actually below the surface of the earth, but the erosional activities can expose these rocks into the surface of the earth. Batholiths, they are deep-seated intrusion of igneous rocks. They have a dome shape. They do not have definite floor and they makes the core of mountain ranges. Second feature is the laccoliths. When the magma do not reach the crust of the earth, they becomes solid below the crust. And these intrusions leads to the formation of different shaped landforms. Their upper surface will be dome shape, but bottom is just like a flat. Sills are the landforms that formed horizontally. When the magma come to the surface of the earth when they spread between the layers of rocks that leads to the formation of sills. Dikes, on the other hand, they are vertical landforms through the fissures or cracks when the magma comes upward that leads to the formation of dikes. Sometimes the passage of an extinct volcano that also can be filled with magma. The solidification of this magma is lead to the formation of a volcanic neck. When magma cools at intermediate depth, means not above the surface, not that much deeper, they leads to the formation of minor rocks. That means the sills and dikes. They are called hypobasal rocks. Based on the chemical composition, igneous rocks can be classified into acid igneous rocks and basic igneous rocks. Acid igneous rocks, they have a silica content between 65 to 85%. They generally lack iron and magnesium. Basic igneous rocks have high percentage of oxides of iron and magnesium. Silica content is varying between 40 to 60%. These rocks are usually hard and compact. They are used by builders and sculptors. Igneous rocks are associated with ores of metals. Sedimentary rocks are the second type of rocks. They are named as secondary rocks because they derived from the igneous rocks. When the igneous rocks exposed to the surface of the earth, they are broken down by agents of weathering and carried away by the agents of gradation, and they are deposited in the low-lying areas. They may be lying in the seas, lakes, streams, etc. And year after year, subsequent layers of sediments are added there. Due to that, the weight of the upper layers of sediments that increases, and that leads to the cementing of the different layers of sediments together. This leads to the formation of sedimentary rocks. Now let us learn about the characteristics of sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are formed from materials derived from other rocks. They contain plant and animal remains. These plant and animal remains are known as fossils. So fossil fuels are generally found in between the layers of sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are the most widespread rocks on the Earth's surface. That means 75% of the Earth's surface is formed by the sedimentary rocks. Sedimentary rocks are not crystalline. They are soft and layered as they are formed by the deposition of sediments. So they are stratified rocks. Sedimentary rocks make extensive landforms, but they do not make massive rock forms like batholith or laccolith. The process that it turns loose sediments into rocks, it is the lithification. So loose sediments will turn into hard rocks through the lithification process. It involves 3 sub-processes. In evaporation process, water from loose materials is evaporated. For example, the formation of rock salt. After evaporation, these sediments will be compacted and cemented. In compaction process, sediments after piling up are gradually squeezed by the weight of overlying layers and hardness of underlying layers. Example, sandstone. In the cementation process, the sediments, compacted sediments, they will bind together by natural materials such as calcium compounds, silica and iron. So the bonding that bind the loose materials. Classification on the basis of formation of the sedimentary rocks. First
Mechanically
one
formed
is
rocks
mechanically
contain
formed
fragments
rocks.
of broken rock particles. So they are named as clastic sediments. This breaking up takes place through the agents of denudation. Which are the agents of denudation? They are running water, moving glacier, and wind. The sediments are gradually squeezed by the weight of overlying sediments and the lower layers harden to form rocks. So this includes shale, sandstone, clay, conglomerate, etc. These are found in layers and are known as stratified rocks.
Formed sedimentary rocks are formed by the direct precipitation of mineral matter from solution. This takes place in lakes and lagoons. They are compacted through the process of evaporation. Example, gypsum, rock salt, and potash. Organically formed rocks can be divided into calcareous and carbonaceous rocks. Organically formed rocks contains remains of dead plants and animals. Calcareous rocks or limestone is formed by skeletons, shells, and animal remains. It contains large proportion of lime. Carbonaceous rocks like peat, lignite, bituminous, and anthracite are formed from the vegetable matter. Vegetable matter undergoes changes after being submerged by underground water. Formation into rocks proceeds in stages. Peat is the first stage, lignite second stage, bituminous third stage, and anthracite fourth stage or the final stage. All these are used as fossil fuels. Remains of animals and plants, when they become hard and turned into sedimentary rocks like coal and petroleum, they are known as fossil fuels. Now we have learned the classification of sedimentary rocks on the basis of their formation. They are mechanically formed rocks, chemically formed rocks, and organically formed rocks. Next is about the classification on the basis of agents of formation. First classification is the riverine rocks, which are formed by the alluvial deposits or the sediments brought by the flowing water of the streams. Lacustrine rocks are found on the bed of a lake corresponding to successive periods of deposition. These rocks are found in the lake bed. Lake is not the agent of deposition. Glacial rocks are formed by the glacial deposits in the form of debris and tilts. Glaciers erode the mountain surface and the sides of the valley. The eroded materials are depositing further. When the glaciers melt, the debris brought by it left behind in the form of moraines, which form glacial rocks, which includes boulders, gravels, sand, etc. Next is the aeolian rocks, which are formed with the sand particles brought by winds. The deposition is done by wind in the desert regions that hardens to make sedimentary aeolian rocks, which are found in deserts. The best example is loess. Marine rocks are formed at the ocean floor. They are of two types: calcareous sedimentary moraine rocks, which are formed by the deposition of shells and skeletons of sea organisms. Example, corals, oysters, etc. Chalk and limestones are such rocks. Second one is the carbonaceous sedimentary rocks, which are formed by the sea plants which remain buried for over a very long period. They are converted to fossils. That means they are forming coal like lignite, peat, etc.
Hello students, we are learning about different types of rocks. Metamorphic rocks. Metamorphose means change form. Metamorphism refers to the alteration of the composition or structure of a rock by heat, pressure, or other natural agency. When the igneous or sedimentary rocks undergo changes through physical or chemical processes to form metamorphic rocks. The factors are temperature and pressure, otherwise both temperature and pressure. When the original rocks change in form, the mineral composition and texture of rock may change under great pressure and temperature. What are the characteristics of metamorphic rocks? They are harder and compact than their original form. Example, when marble is made from limestone, it is harder than limestone. Metamorphic rocks are impermeable. That means they do not allow percolation of water. They do not have fossils. Fossils in sedimentary rocks are destroyed during the process of metamorphism. Metamorphic rocks are formed due to change in texture and composition of the pre-existing rocks. That means igneous and sedimentary rocks. Another feature, new minerals are formed during the process of metamorphism. Metamorphism can be of three types. First one is thermal metamorphism. It occurs when the transformation of original rock takes place due to the influence of high temperature. The heat may be from hot magma or from friction of moving rock layers at the time of tectonic plate movements. For example, when clay comes in contact with the hot magma, it turns into slate. When coal comes in contact with the hot magma, it transformed into graphite. Second one is dynamic metamorphism. It occurs when the transformation takes place mainly because of pressure at great depth within the Earth's crust. Chemically active hot gases, while passing through the rocks, change their chemical composition. Under conditions of this change, minerals get arranged in a series of bands which is known as foliation. The rocks used in the Taj Mahal at Agra, they are marbles which is metamorphosed from dolomites, and Dilwara temple at Mount Abu, they are also built of same type of marbles. Next is about the regional metamorphism. Due to mountain building process, igneous and sedimentary rocks are buried deep inside the crust. The pressure of overlying rocks and the intense heat caused by large scale earth movements change such rocks. This process is known as regional metamorphism. When a small area is affected by such change, it is known as local or contact metamorphism. This happens when hot magma affects cracks or layers of rocks, and these areas are transformed to metamorphic rocks. Here is one table which indicating the original rocks and the resultant rocks after the changes due to the metamorphic process. Limestone that changes into marble. Sandstone changes to form quartzite. Shale into slate. Coal, graphite. Basalt forms schist. Granite, gneiss, and dolomite or chalk undergo metamorphism that converts into marble. Metallic minerals like gold and silver is found in metamorphic rocks. Dear students, that's all for today. Thank you.